matter is that the scientific basis of research, and you're not just putting these numbers out, but the other nuance intricacies, a whole commodia who do a form the substratum of the research. And in the crowd research in one case, and maybe in one case, a friend is a media no share any increase, and I say the crop or in the press and also press release, ABR or one shouldn't show interest in bringing those items up for reasons that could be or maybe obvious to him.
I see.
But I will tell you that when you put your ears, on the ground, you would understand, say, the boom reflect indeed how people have been disgruntled in the party. And local accounting and Omuti opening can advice to invite people in, but inviting them also with many caveats. The MPP is a confused party. The state of the confusion of the party, divides opinion in many respects. When figures like this are coming up, people are shocked because when the state of the party, shows he say, Okoye post and say opinion only divided now, and you divided say then people begin to speculate or better still, have a conflictual position in terms of the data, because you cannot easily predict the behavior of voters. All right, they can swing here and there from time to time, but a critical in looking at same, to look at the reflection. For example, when we say you touch base with the undecided, which is about what 18%.
Yeah, 18%. Yes.
Yeah, but I will tell you, say, in a real day, in my estimation, the undecided crowd will be to me more than 18%. That's why I said, say, oh yes. That's why I said, say. So
delegates, MPP delegates.
Yes.
Take position, say.
Because the party, look, 18% is very significant. We are not having people are not having a scientific analysis even on the current figures with the other 18% is very significant. Can it be 17%? Where is saying?
That would be 35.
What do you say? Still about me some popular even with the current figures.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the current figures not presenting, he's highly very, very
and
unpopular.
We have more 9% so yet not disclosed.
Yeah, if I also count here, the point I'm making is if you are looking at a proper scientific analysis of figures equal down face value holding all other things constant, because my culture say research in me, I don't want to take the part a bit look say me disrespecting my colleague or brother, right? Because research me no ka say maybe that minimum ebia en chekura no e ka kire okura na musa di yiba e sen ka me press conference di kind na to rent me to my Ghana until me dey number bon ten.
Yeah.
What do you say? Yeah. I mean, and I've had a conversation with you off air on this subject. Ejuma we ni ya it the edi nkoma ya de ni die ni obu ni abotre na ja ye de be disa nkoma.
Because we share the other side. When we say Brian the champion so camp. And so kasa say a psychological operation. And now one more person omo did this survey no eba say how can you give that is one more dey no. You see there na ama Brian the champion omo hu say our base. In fact, we na adwuma bibia e fine. Say obetimi anya enough numbers obetimi aboa no so an we ne kra no a obetimi anya ba bia hye. Now you are saying say 3% for him. For Brian the champion.
But if you add
all
all
psychological operation now.
I will touch base on that. But who are all the other figures, including Kennedy own year? Are we not looking at over roughly 30% plus Anambwa? Or more? Anambwa?
Plus Kennedy.
And
who are
the other items on one blocker? Or are there? and do 30%.
Oh, over 40%.
Okay, but what did they make in
Yeah.
It significantly shows the position I make it earlier and say it divides opinion because the state of the party, any is party I say. 1 year, we begin 52% is not how they know your analysis. But so on the day of voting, I've never took my over 10 days since the research was done. On the day of voting, nipa kakra no a ɛda so ma no ɔmo so adwene sesa it will tilt to the other end. For J say all these actors, including the undecided people, are undecided because they don't want Bawumia. Simple. If they wanted him, they would have chosen him. It will add Omina together on a single day. What you say to the other side of the year. Now Bawumia winning primary school, Bawumia cannot win national elections because the party is divided. It's as simple as that. We shift sa kakra no a ɛda so Bawumia so emaninya sa 52%. All other factors what you say Bawumia will lose because there is a possibility say all those groups all can come together as a united front against Bawumia. Indeed, they are a united front against Bawumia, even though they are in their individual respective position or more contesting for I wouldn't say personal parochial, but personal interest. So making some partner in my Ghana. In a collective sense, woman so Akoma panel is a panel the signs of the figures, does not reflect say Bawumia is going to win the internal primaries of the MPP so to Abatna. And that is what me person for
based on what what I
have talked about.
Based on what because based on this one there.
Listen, based on this figure, and I make catch the one. Based on this figure, you see why gather data within a period of 10 days or so, and I make how many weeks? And I make sure we say, even with that, express say the opinion is divided. Because Bawumia 60%, when you're 70%, when you're 80%, 18 percentage, say, when you're undecided. Why don't you want us to have a discussion around these figures?
Okay.
Okay.
And how be convinced when a commanding lead of maybe 80% or 75%?
1 year vice president that what previous election internal primaries. Then if it is only the internal politics per se near here, then it should be in the 80%. 80%. There's no point I'm making is that a man confused and get so confused about this. That's why I say when you look at even the historical figures, it tells you a story. One more contest Kennedy are non prepared at time can check his percentage.
I think a little over 37%.
Yes.
At the time, yes, 37%. 37.4.
I will tell you emphatically, he will not get lower than that in the day of election. What do you say?
But
I cannot also stretch I cannot also stretch my neck to say Bawumia will get what he's gotten now on the day of election. Even as researchers, we know that it is tricky dealing with it's only historical figures. Now let's say beyond what happened in the primaries, any Bawumia going to lose like this, MPs losing with this abysmal performance, regional indicators, any figures, in the elections, any abysmal performance throughout the regions near and there. You should know, say, the party's opinion is divided strictly in the strictest sense. It is figures this say, I've said, I want to be charitable and respectful to the figures. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. Let's hold on to that, and let me say, so on the basis of these figures, it doesn't say anything better for Bawumia. In my opinion, candid one, based on the current figures, that's my position. And I've given you basis for that. The Brian Champon, and call for an Akoma, no would any idea. So when you say political marketing is very important in any idea. Sometimes people can hire groups or individuals or actors to do this for them. One of the things more is to test public opinion and to make sure say information are almost shared to the public, in the minds and in the eyes of the public, ebe projecte nipa no a omo person me marketing no. And I say this exclusive not including even the current figures, but to have a general discussion on why sometimes opinion polls in many ways, now project aspects of those polls, if it is benefiting a particular candidate, the researchers are in support of or better still, the group that commissioned the research, are in support of to project a particular candidate or item or product. But as if we are within the marketing space, product, but what you say, it doesn't matter the extent of marketing. Product, Obiako to be that, and or the Cananoa any year. The market survey in the future will show what you are saying in review, of the of the product, whether to record the product, to fine tune the product, or take the product off the market, because it is poisonous and dangerous for public consumption. Meaning, a part of marketing. If you want to situate that within the realm and the context of Openiba Omia, he has almost become a poisonous IV to the MPP. Indeed, in the eyes of Ghanaians, I beg to finish my point.
Prof Metonka.
Products I mean the marketing sense, right? Olusupoto, Oman form panel. You see, when you hold all other indicators constant, Oman form panel, he was the vice president. The matter of incumbency did not even work for him. Clearly, there are greater questions to answer. Some have tried to skew the narrative against other actors like Kennedy. They have tried to skew it against the president. But the president ruled in tandem with the vice president. He saw him to be that person who could serve him. So, but me abuano manasu my Ghana. It made it of my Ghana by the 8th year of Womuru, a man for a referendum against Baumia, and it is massive to say that they did not like his candidature. Other factors.
Okay. Prof, Major Oteminka. Musa last question.
I'm very sorry.
But okay, right. But that's fine. But Prof, don't worry. Don't worry. A break. Now, you wanted to touch on who they are. Why no?
Oh, maybe I need they make a only say. But I'll tell you, say. My ask a very critical question like many Musa Dankwa may have asked to me and scrutinize it all the entire. But the critical questions are what somebody say maybe no man August no before many Musa Dankwa man within the MPP because I'm a Pagana for opinion. Mostly no me research this in Shwa. I am the academic journals momo publish it. And sometimes you want to have policy pieces out of it near there. Several factors may delay, including a to rent more a poor my Ghana any idea. It may war a year figures that may more. We start critical questions. A Ghana leadership. Ebini say Nipa Ben and you did so or you're right. How it we have drive necessary economic development in Ghana. Me center research on MPP anyway, and items bebree wo ho womu yi ano me san push womu flag bearer ben na opposition parties ni mu obetumi a present alternative to the NDC and also leaders are all charismatic, technocrat, youthful, and experienced politician. Maybe alternatives, anti-corruption crusader, any idea? Your percentage is very interesting. Mr. Poloka a bit lower than it, but I don't want to say the but at least a eclectic area in Kumasi and areas in Kumasi, and some few regional representation there are quite interesting. The dynamics of your friend is demography near quite interesting. But Osha figures Osha even from the so-called regional research with national indicators emphasizing the fact that a divided opinion now more so even among Ghanaians one more undecided on some items among Ghanaians Osha baby was a Kennedy LED but with imagine we are quite slim and too wide what you say items in the brain actually say on Marfo no opinion divided about the MPP
but
and the
which I don't know yet different from what the
Musa concentrating on the MPP delegates. May concentrate on Ghana for. After the meeting, may concentrate on Ghana. But maybe for no Ghana for.
But someone also argues, Prof.
No. In research, you are looking at two things: the macro level analysis and micro level analysis. Mr. Permit me. The macro level analysis and the micro level of analysis. The mechanic say, I try to do a macro analysis than just to skew my indicators and our discussion and our interest to only the MPP. What he has done is a research which is necessary for discussion. But the mechanic say, MPP for at the micro level, MPP for form part of the macrocosm of Ghana. And it is historical figures. We lose 1.7 million. It should reflect in the conversation. So the MPP for Nipa, Ghana for almost you, one Tiasia, one more Abdimutier, nobody believe over, members of the Kohona pay. The Mitchell say, almost Ghana for. If you look at the macro level analysis, it affects the micro level analysis. That is why these figures are sometimes a bit problematic anyway.
Enti, Prof, but Obisoba can say the Musa ye before the internal elections, and focus no should be there. Then after the internal elections, then your research can all come in.
No. We need to inform the MPP, educate them. That is how I do my research, to educate them. Look, I have done some internal research on the MPP in recent times before they were told concerning their flag bearership. I held on to that research because I'm in person. Na problem, even Baumier's campaign, problem with the choice of running mate. The catcher who simply so platform so how the kaya send a running mate to be traditional. Whether he will win or lose. I refuse on your platform so the kaya. I refuse to put my data out because I'm in person. I'm going to hate Baumier's campaign and a post campaign. But only the election, the figures were there. I will tell you this. When I do my research, I go forward and further to publish it in academic journal. What they are doing. The recent one I did before the friend said the 2024 elections, even with some of the constituencies, 2 of them in Ashanti region, it's published. And I try to raise national macro level analysis issues on that. They are published. Minya Sebastian Palo, Sebastian Palo, and others is there. In a reputable journal.
Okay.
My peers look at that. Meba. Would you also see an income?
I Union Professor Hans Atawaha.
Okay.
And Dr. Samuel Free Moaha.
Yeah,
also Joseph Anti. I Miss Amo Sosoaha, Mr. Joseph Amo Sosoaha. Yes, but I'm person until they were Kenyan. Then I am beginning to think that research now I know. At the different person, a mumuna about out. Confirm.
My research say, in fact, the opinion is divided on the MPP and who leaves. That's my research.
Okay.
But I will come by next week. It will come out.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't lose 1.7 million. Now party for a woman say, woman say how be our hey, now then. I don't want to say something.
Okay. Prof, me that's it. Me that's it. Professor Samuel Aduyemfi and our team in Kano. Professor Hans Atan so aha. Is amoa e wa ha. Ya mano amnesty. Ya dia to nanim safo na gine bie ne wurem. Otu kwan aba
87.9 Kumasi.
Otu kwan aba bedru. Nti mame ma na kwa aba na Zamwa. Hey. Nipansi yemme. Ai munka Zamwa prof. Aha, Fabon Fafem ne mama watena. Aha. Mamu sa Alhaji Abuba de message bi aba me ha. Mintimi nya kwantie. Se bibi aboko dem Zamwa.
Onyame adu bibi aboko.
Utu kwan ho.
Eja na me baby graduation. Brunei University.
Okay.
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Ye pe America kra na ja.
O de jijo ho.
Ebi ene 1990 kru mo kakra.
Eno ano no a.
E ko hine kura ase.
Eno ano no.
Windsor.
Oh, okay.
So beautiful. Just
I see.
Now I tell you say so ko UK. Say there be a kwa no ma no ha you
Unhu she.
So ko ho no mo. And no who say there's forest. Forest green forest ye da ho. Ye galamsey. And now ye kono so no plane na meti empoma side. And never me hunu
Akoma FM 87.9
Suo no what is suo no
apart from from a free proceed Dubai na eba na all the countries ya obehunu nyina no e wo fom no a who say as ya hihye nse dame no which means I say parks farm trucks nko a my farms ntina omutimi wo niema to see omutimi video mu no a yeti ya yehunu ye no farm parks yo my ye no pa industrial parks e ho so bebasa ba be si no si from na say far ye
87.9 Kumasi.
Ade no da ho amfuo no mfudie ni nyina wo so ayeti ya yehunu ye hu ti me de me fi say we must all learn from some of these things need to me because Ghana we don't have any right for somebody to come and feed us.
Zamwa ya te da se akwaba
Yeah, yeah.
nsam so de bi o wachi pa o o ba say what say yama amnesty de
Edeti.
o party NPP say mo free mu nyina no momra
me dey say yi medi
say on mo kan mo o mo suspend mu nyina nso so no
o ta o buwa ndi cracking so pa and let her mo de betu hui dia o kan a uhunu say part let her inti ya obuza so hwana twere this is then and sometimes
acting chairman
do myself that say tem people na etima agusa no ake akrachefo kura animu
bisamwa
you can't
akrachefo ni NPP mu say
ka wo de wow de letter sentences no kura ya na asa bianco school kura ya kura you hunu say chese kwan kro mfa zo ade nse omse twiro no ene se omosi akauch no ne ho ne bibi omu a condition bibi omu
kura 87.9 Kumasi.
ne baba akumi na o ya na o twere na o de beto do mo party no de so mo ye serious so person build the party no they have to be serious, they have to set up now they are omo ye
that's why come party
onanyo party
na just want to
na declining party just say every bibi on baby declining bibi on baby show say there are signs of declining and it's very unfortunate sometimes it is a what be a company na oh yeah adwuma na as a company no cost about well who say ade na ugu uso ha na hati uso koso ha na hati uso fa ha na hati
87.9
sa na ya wow de ready
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
And then ya musa dan kwade aba betu we de hwe so we say twa ade no ko what does it tell you
I don't so ni musa dan kwanzo nyadwe
oh me musa say so we say twitwimu no what does it tell you because we de aba yakotu yi do the MPP for is serious so person ba abemu bi mu umba kwa research am this report aba
enya mo ne kwa research
they say me kire say
global info analytics
e bit ma kwa research no me that report you aba
Akoma
okay was nke dey
87.9 Kumasi
dia na nke be mo convince party na yi
agu me entra baby
di unya waje so beko
oh yeah ba movement for change yeah can movement for change I was say
and I will buy na messages amanya
movement party
and say me man one now say will return
movement party
me man one now say will return to the party
movement party
NPP
bad den because say obey din kura sa great transformational plan we say enye me wo nyina is so sustainable say we your government na say open so about because na say all use plan
Akoma FM
you fail
87.9 Kumasi
galam say e be kan ho asem but we dey galam say sa alan policy 10-point agenda no even BRS no so when you see no there's no way about to solve galam say problem of Ghana BRS ban restore and support when you see a new team so because what is yami kikam den ya one party when you see the right systems galam say I entrench na ura form na ekonipem no you can never solve it by using the BRS the 10-point agenda of election
ban
restore
and
support remember how but I just want to give you that credit
but Abana started from a team trying to roll out
it will never work
some support
it will never work
programs are being a cooperative mining near the
it will never work ban restore
so it should be the other way around just ban restore then support.
Yes, you be good kura, but why you have first 1 year and there. One more beer stop. No, I should send you many na what me I should why you know what you start in now first 1 year. What the mra abba, I should say mra be ma be more finching na da. And son woman more lines no. What boy mama the right mind legal mind.
Yeah, Baba said they will can, but Alaji Abuba so with you. What in canopy? Chianway.
Alaji Abuba. Me chapa, we say you no movement why? They are no bantem.
Or no mumra. As all the only hours is over Benton.
Alaji Abuba, Salaji or no them didn't go.
Should there be original election so?
Original election.
Yes.
And
me say me want to camp. Organizer.
Regional organizer.
Alaja Boba. Okay, say muko ayiba. Muko mo a conference iba. Nka be ma ya adwuma ya se. Uko ba enso Alaja Boba minti onka. Nti no ye na ye nya yi why Mr. Why? Alaja Boba. Me chia opa no pay. Doc.
Yes.
But your microphone baby atini mu wa o. Anopa unni kuku ana.
Mi wo honhom.
Sa.
Ti wo soro.
Wawrem.
Mi wo soro.
Wawrem.
Mi wo soro. Disi mi asase so.
Na nti ai bisamu atunsa benkum so a. O kaso onya na adwesa amnesty. Wo beti ase na warite. Unka bibi nche no.
Akoma FM 87.9
Na amnesty so ye no opposition. Manipa akodi awie na me se dipa na mabo opposition na wo ndi ne
pedom.
Is that wrong move?
Okay. So ma pian crofo si nchen. Time na adidi o ho no mo pian crofo si nchen. Nti wakodi opposition no de wo pedom de abaye adwuma. Na aba wa sa de mra sa abaye no. Ayo. Zama so what the no no. The doctor can.
You know, so
so we want to come as me contest here from us.
Remember, the national executive is out of bearing. It's totally down. That is why a lot of things are happening. My party, the pillars to stand on, because Crawford a national organizer should be off. I was saying, I've been saying, say, I was like a national executive, they all have to step down. The moment elections, you know, step down. And even so that an interim executive will come and run even all the processes are okay, so that a bit me credibility, some kind of integrity be ABBA system. Because this current executive has been compromised. And most of the decisions are being taken by the National Council. Because in your mind, I was thinking national executives in the year, but not National Council in all decisions be a there was a be a part in so for me, and it's so ironic I say also will be Mirano as a man say 2 years.
Akoma FM 87.9.
You see some of these things they have to think through a lot. Also wamra na oba elections be now internal elections be na me na denti na meba say meba na bia say me area kra na me constituency kra na say me police station executive na ya was just 2 years. You know, when you are giving amnesty, you give it with open heart, with sincere motives. And at the same time, I'm saying it's wrong timing because these people have been out in power.
Akoma FM 87.9.
Power now, yes, I do. People might be willing to come. But your opposition, one a year, say, was yes, I'm ready. Near 5 resources, what do you expect? Then I say the back home. Is it only the numbers or the another value? And we here to support the party. So for me, it's wrong timing. At the same time, you know, the national executive has lost it, and for me, there wasn't commerce. CSC or what you say, Omar resigned. That.
And so grand and come up with presidential primary.
Akoma FM 87.9.
Yeah, no, a step down because during their time of election campaigning, I see. It is John. It's quite unfortunate, but I think Anna approach is almost used. You don't write letters. If I say Uncle Amo and Nebia, watch your letter now that to media. Say
without or no, say will make efforts.
Yes, there are certain categories of people.
I was saying, now I engage you.
Yes.
Now, by now, crown or my dear to some of you can go.
Yes, as a crown but you do all these things behind closed doors. There are certain individuals be same as I say, you need a class of people within the party to engage them. Or more concern, no more present it to you. Some more accept to say, say. You don't write letters to the media and say, Miss Maba, because a party, me don't and answer me. No, we don't do that. They have value. Almost they are respected people. Be a quiet fast to you or more. It be is not a good way. It be a fool. It be when these things and yes, yen sa near ya choleta beto mumra.
Akoma FM.
Obia, baby, every part. They have data with these people. And now I can a Sony nipa ube engaging no one be kasa. It be why it takes time. It takes time because pain a be makomono and yet just like that. Ubuha you just like what you will read so if you don't heal the wounds of some of these people and I say momo I hurtful no and I pain woman no. What is our letter number 2 media cry? Look at how aggravated their situation because you don't play value on them. And that is one thing that Mijidi say, you be no more you there, but me but say media no more to be am radio. One will be nipa ba be anko.
Okay. Medasi, thank you very much. Prof. Amra Hona. Oh yeah.
You tag Amstead and Amstead.
The old men say Amstead, but the young ladies and young gentlemen call it Amstead.
Amstead. Yeah. Okay. It didn't what to do. Some cause somebody say some about power must say mine.
In fact, can you say and yam me pay.
I can tang. Apia. Minka.
And yam me pay. Not my way.
But you say what you saw a free vice. You tell.
That's a vice. No president too.
Who's it?
No, a president though.
Those days.
I don't know. You too know.
Yeah, 2 abanu me no. Those days, you took Kumasi to Mampo.
Okay.
And you took Kumasi na me winning and be vice for the unified Amstel.
Okay.
Na sisi the team ya team say ya turn back and you know Kumasi Mampo na be ato the EU president.
So initially na
me Kumasi president. Na be vice for Amstel.
Oh okay. Oh okay. And then you say the wo be Amstead. Okay. Oh, I get it. I get it.
Only.
Yeah, na say yeah, they say sa leadership. You know, mu groups no there. They say who be president no one. Yeah, na buying a year mo call on the table for any bargain. Yeah, na mo panyifo no so mo ho ye de.
Hey,
no crap.
Yeah. Debbie, me what did this how
me. Let me cast them Joe.
You tag now you tag mo so mo ho a.
Oh, Debbie, what is that? Yeah. What
What
you be Tuesdays here?
Anytime make sure say me there. Sabi. Nsem go ha yen ko.
What dey ento aso.
Okay, mama cast them. MPP asem. Nkami dey nkami.
Ene ento aso na kan
we. Tie me say nkami nkabi. Ene nche say me nkabi. Nkami nkabi no nche say me nkabi.
Emu dey global info dey na wo kan na say.
Before I remember global info no kra no. Look, Sir John. Mejidi say the former president of Ghana, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, should openly apologize to MPP. Because the way our MPP are here disorganized, the way our MPP are here unattractive, and that the way our MPP is currently being managed is as a result of his leadership. In fact, Sir John, before Anka MPP Robert Trust let away, the former president should have organized a state of MPP address. Nanka address it na or apologize publicly to the people.
To MPP.
The MPP.
I dare nice here to the MPP.
Now MPP at the way MPP at the way to say.
Man na do nwe
na papa mu ni.
So what baby amana nwe.
Da bi ono na what say
part. Papa na no ba manhia say ne ho denden dia.
You bi anka say ne ho ye den. Enya wo ho aye den na wo party a wo di anyim no agogo no. You see, I think that a young Ghana man but the truth of the matter is that Nana Danko Akufo-Addo's leadership as president has weakened NPP as a political party. Some coming and this in India, but
still not cry say you're there.
And because say MPP be good year that we need MPP to be strong to be able to have a strong government.
Say na a movement so move from a party. Tibia Pomu Babe Mamo so tough time.
Movement for change there, Miss Amwa the community.
It's almost said about the movement party. Hey, na movement society party. And I'm with somebody a movement as a party.
And see Nyameka Chiramun say.
Yeah. And
bringing out a letter without the former president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, who possibly caused the mess for MPP, coming out to apologize to the party is in fact meaningless, and for that matter, let me you see, I see no reason why, because wouldn't MPP for Kasa? Miss Amwati has here with him say the problem about line near you now and another than Akufo-Addo.
Atime honi nyina.
Nyina you know because Okuruko jina ba umiechi.
Can we have yenya obi a say me vice president and na say na o say waba o ko na o say vice president so be so ko contest o say me de me gina finfi nti
not when the vice president the purpose you selected him as vice president he failed woefully.
No, but this is party issue.
And if it is party issue, then party issue no penya wutifie. Sebe wo ye eja. Emma omu nyina party ma. Enhuri nkwagyina ba ko achi. En support no emma no wings. Na won clamp others wings.
87.9 Kumasi.
Look, the destruction of MPP began with the president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
There's a party EBS mo pay.
Was it?
Mo party BC mo pay.
There is
Jerry Anso yinza. Wanso Milsonza.
Mami Kasim Jiro.
And it was obvious Senka. It was obvious. It was obvious Senka. It was obvious Senka. Nyamimfa Prof Mills Ekrensi. And go ya. It was obvious Senka obeso Mampeni John Dramani Mahamansa. Enti meba eno de di ufiasem. We didn't fiasem wrong.
87.9
Mami Kasim Jiro.
Enti obvious.
Say Jerry Rawlings so bininsa. Na say NPP your friend NDC engu. Na say NDC no gina win election. Na chere yimpa na o so nsa no one in the party for no supporting. Number 2, in the Ghana for supporting. All would na ko so nsa no one. Oman nkofo ofi party no. Number 1. Number 2, we lose election poto. Into your chere you worked against the will and the wish of the party people and even the Ghanaian people.
Akoma FM.
That is the difference.
87.9 Kumasi.
Nti ma me chiri na there. Dem letter na what Troy.
Now the global dey na so preko why. Now you.
Dem letter na what Troy no.
Me akoy baby akoy.
Ne try what Troy ni nyina no. Nka the best letter nka oje what Troy there. Nka oje na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Obebe your press conference or address the MP people. Upon a chow. Yes, I wish to become president. I became president, but after becoming president, the party has been messed up, and because of that, I think that I deserve to give apology to my party people. That is the first one. The next point in there, global info analytics.
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
The global info analytics. What where you now obey, you know. Look, on your one. The very moment a National Executive Council could share kade, a few ways, yan to a ben fiase, ye fe me flag bearer. But ye be flag bearer, ye ya snack a chance for no. I want not sure they look. They have decided who they want to bring. Projecting Bawumia with 52% is not a news. And the election I kono, in fact MPP for kono, they know who is going to win.
Akoma FM
Bawumia is going to be their
87.9
candidate.
Kumasi.
Okay.
But after Bawumia becoming their candidate, even the MPP people knows that. We are bolus in Abano.
More when mumu gramunya mumu.
No. Who is coming as a NDC flag bearer has nothing to do with Bawumia coming. Bawumia when you Bawumia they see NPP will lose again. In fact, NDC. Was it? In fact, 2028 today, as a matter of fact, 2028 election, NPP.
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
They shouldn't come.
But the word Baba, but Obulus. But it will also depend on the candidate at NDC. In the NDC for Abraba see younger say yet 1 year born. And when that true concron can be there, Obrapa or Joe Kwan. Emma Mitria. Abrabona MPP funu bi boy no Jahon Kwan tantan and what your position are one party no mun sembe bre no. Enti oye enyi swade hu your friend oye adusua de ma NDC for there. Dem retro konkron aka kire hon there. Obrapa ojowura kwan no. Obrapa yerebo wo party ni sisiara. Onu no no nso be je kwan there. 2028 ye win another 2032 yes as we win madam breaking the 8-9 people before the kabay no wa pam ho atare no yakaja atare ya hye.
But at the moment, one key issue, Galamsey,
Galamsey
is not helping you. And See, you can't say idea, and no one who can say so can be no more idea.
In fact, as for the issues of Galamsey, I am telling you on authority, Galamsey will not help us.
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Galamsey asem na hono. Let me make a cham there. No kuna work kono. We are not fighting Galamsey the right way. Sir John. Galamsey no kon ye botum yakwo fie ansan yakwo ehu. Ye ku Galamsey no fie ansan yakwo forest. Because in Yamana Oshisha forest in your fifty over. Sir John, me say chamfine machines chamfine machines. And I'm a Galamsey, what say yensase? What say yensu?
Obi anim one anim.
Chamfine machines in so several one year forest.
87.9.
Chamfine machine equal what friend I don't quanta factory no one. You and I'm not quite champagne machine manufacturing companies. I ran quanta. What kind of go? What was a coupon? Maybe go. What about chrome? No, that forest I can say you. Yes, Yako forest near Kakation. What is the motive? I think that look, if we want to fight Galamsey, we should criminalize the importation, manufacturing, and sale of champagne in this country.
And that one alone is enough.
That one alone. So, police if we are going to go to forest, yeah. Joseph, I mean, all accused there like they are taking money. Let them go and clamp down those who are selling, those who are manufacturing. Let it not even get to the forest. And we champagne what you should not do. Champagne machine be answer not do. Galamsey be you another even 1 hour 2 small scale miners no crano. Unfortunately, they don't even have any borehole drilled in their site. It's, the moment champagne machine enters into the forest, they look for the nearby water body to use to operate. Now, I can't allow the over champagne catch a forest. Now, you should know what they can use our oil. Some say, what do you say that? Fufu what them kind what did the champagne what you shoot what do you do? If we want to deal with Galamsey, the government should be forthright. In fact, up there, look, we are seizing you. If we see you selling champagne machines, it means you are the one who is causing the destruction in the environment and the water body. In fact, you are betting. How? We cannot behave that way. To be honest with you, Sir John, the fight against Galamsey must first begin with criminalizing the sales, the importation of champagne machines in this country. Sir John, you have them now. Sir, a pede Galamsey no or ender. Look, Ghana, there's everywhere there's Galamsey, there can be medium scale mining. The small scale mining. I think the government of Ghana should take over the small scale and medium scale mining. And even if large scale mining. Look, they say gold board is going to suffer. Because gold board, no, Newmont and Anglo Gold, their gold doesn't go to gold board. It's a small and medium scale enterprise. And even Galamsey, yes, what on gold, my gold board. The question is there. Every community, the government of Ghana can set up medium and small scale mining to help regulate. On the point say you find that I buy put for one way to one cow monthly. Now once over year, you might have my buying as you go those who are quite the foreign direct invest or many more. Say no, on my problem with Galamsey fight sometimes is that. And from now why you Galamsey no, edwin you want to why Galamsey no. Number one. Number two, I buy no fight Galamsey no. I'm making provision for the children now. When you do now, I'm the means why Galamsey no. Number three, even what there, they are not the people. The people are in Kumasi and Accra. They only come in and take the gold in cars and they go. So at the end of the day, no, from now watching one, One crown, sabi. You are just arresting them to punish them because the people who are really getting the big money are.
But I said the whole Kenya the first time, this uncle. Say it brings the minds, the cash, and the people behind. God, I'm saying no more. I mean, discussion here free to take.
Good.
But you intimacy. So
machines now. What you want to talk one day, maybe out of machines. Look, those transfer machines, they are heavy metals. In fact, one. Fakama Tamastil. What for young Ross in
Mr. Prof, thank you very much. Mr. Bremo and here. Akoma 87.9 6 minutes after 9.
We have intensified intelligence gathering. We have a lot of intelligence officers deployed across Ghana. And we know where these foreigners are hiding. Most of them are operating in
champagne machines.
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Who say you ban a total ban on a small scale mining for 1 year. Champagne machine,
they will not be encouraged to even produce more.
They will not be encouraged. They will not even import excavators and all those machines. Any mercury near you ban. Until there will be an emma. It is a 1 year, you know, mining in a year to one. Suddenly, I all can say a gold board no more but you. Then tears you say, this is an existential threat. The gold board is carrying in any in cancer.
Akoma FM 87.9
in the end, kind of young stop what then for 1 full year. The Minerals Commission, Environment EPA, and other stakeholders in our water resources, new women in our come. Yamwa, now restore Yamano has said. Who says, and Galam say for best of 1 year is you an entity. By virtue, see your own common ground, and you bet near regenerating Yamano has said, and your forest no umodini na baby a dinner, yen shedda. Nayam fat and rantiana, no muyagam say no, Yamma, if I'm on response, not Omunia, sir, and Yamano Media, near Piamoka. Near restore Sanya Menina. You really was it, or video, or minor, and Raya Shishan near my Nina, a mat near Saka. Then not all baby one, Yanaba Oban. One lance is soon, one more lance soon. Oba, or no, was signed is Obako responsible man. Never me here as see Galan ya can't once my can't income. A yensu I say, any forest I say. It is any panel. A man concession as any issue in forest.
87.9
or yen juma. Not yet the appropriate equipment, so man will beat him there Jumanoa. You no crown by one call forest near you crown and say no. And spit me a boy. Ya medica, a man be a buyer man bossing say, Sika we see na fire a jumano. Now as we a jumano with crack. Na or yen a juma. Near the miracusia a dinner to who says, who consume an alcohol forest near Chodia and their life imprisonment. The jail by 3, 4, 5, 6. Our mason dear. Now, we move to good. Because we are AC condes, young share. Sometimes we do baby and our raho. Said the NMSia sell her net, and your man was saying, now, a better baby will know you is he. When you walk to you in our own, that's not met we are fertile, and yet, dear, to me, say chemical woman a year free. I just if you know a tabidity near reducing the cake. And you say, dear, you chemical be free. To sad never way saying United to me, ya. Then the mamma and what yet hanging on. You want to it say, I'm fast out plan we are. The air canning in our and another go and has it. You could do baby and say,
it drew baby and answer your phone now.
Because what the Osman was going no one compromise them. Say will be a drew baby now, Soja a home.
Home dance at the mission.
Yes, one can stop what you could do as a Charlie Massa about where ye be a pam at 1 million cities at 2 hours. Over quite an uncle. Oh, okay, Matthew, where they buy a frame.
And you see, easy for them. Those people doing.
Because I hear why you're in so
say one table 1 million Ghana cedis is easy.
What they back to hold is Yama.
I'm here credit to the cannon. What is the 12 can give me to the count?
But your banner, a complete banner. Complete banner, ya cancer. You see, be Ghana Mrasu be ya. In Yasa soldier for an police when you be abeko. A mra and abba, and Tinipan, and Yana cause or because or Quackway. You see a ban, complete ban. So now your ban be near Jabidia, and we be Quackuro a Chiaquaquay. A coffee by or mining in a Yashamrama, ye diesel. Because now your minor, as I dare say, is it in Bob man or by. It is happening now. We see here. I don't know as essential trait. And I talk about Biana gold. You see it, but dear Chineba, whatever to say, you know. You know, baby, because good Ghana. So for the vote and right is in from the north to the south, oil. For vote and left from here and then north to the south, is good.
Somewhere sounds like motivating Crawford.
But that is the truth.
The gold is there.
The gold is there. Now gold
maybe a tea crowd.
You need 5%. Go there and you need 5%. It is a giant.
Sebastian, they are near a jar no ama on Yanko Pondia May. I don't cry. They say, software another day. Software be as software see Yanko Pondi be a kind. So Yanko Pons out to say they won't come in the back.
Nuntina.
So, revenue
Nuntina. So, it says a peck and pa. Yes, sir, you dear Chira. You be any better not or mining in I say. Mining in a bit, I say. Now, scan the Ukra. Okay, story been a will be our country is a Adivia or call dreams or Canada. Adivia will soon be an good. We saw you man done good. Or son, you know, are done good. Hey, so good. We saw you that good. Also, the animal that not done good. You are not worry. So, also, the animal done good. You are not worry. What I say, we saw you that done good. You are not. What I say, and you hear gold there, but you hear any passes. Then the pass you hear the power almost 1 wedding. And yes, any problem, Namwa, the Ghana, the Minnesota make car. A camera is 80%. And yen some Arabia intimate corridor.
80 years in account.
First now take answer the Nukruma.
80 years in account.
Bo now take answer the Nukruma.
O can cry with him.
A kidney, you not and that is a rather normal malaria. Nintisa. Nina mercury no sign at no. Woman now corner obi ho omo ye gold no ho dwuma saa na ohunu grab ni bia bi ho na bi ho na purple visa na dem obeso wi a ho no da hinu on farm say what dim dey na wi a onim the mercury so no no so okwa oh last me can say na campaign na nenam wi mo nsase na omodi awie na omogya ho akọ nsuo ntata ho no ai fifire ho na nwie no so na ho a so every vira no ne yi na say also the to gold ni biu
very nchie
now ba my aka so beto na ukoto e mu ade a
very nchie
e sha ho enti yesi nyina ye ka bom ye nyina ye te ase na ye fa the right procedure betimi de atu ade na se yet my responsible man you kromase it will affect us because you punish you because you punish yourself. It will affect us in a way somehow. But yen tiasie for the first 1 year no yen nyina yen tiasie na yen ma complete ban. Aban no famra entachiri. Yen ma complete ban. Na fe nsa na hihie nyame yi. Nyame aboya me akọ.
Right. Me da say Mr. Amo no movement party incoming. Incoming regional chairman.
Communication director.
Oh, yeah, the amano.
Oh, your appointment is only you. Your appointment. Ah, now they.
Ah, the amano.
Ah, communication director.
Regional for change. Regional. Regional.
Regional. Maybe you corner meko. You protest. What's what the NDC?
I will protest.
NDC.
How can you become the
party?
No.
Ah, your party.
Wait, the mean me fiasem. Me say protest.
Are they? Your party.
I say how can you become what?
Regional communicator.
For movement.
Movement for change.
They
say micro. You don't come down there. What do you want?
My grandma be promote my.
I say
My grandma.
What the man am over Timenka?
Can I watch it? Hey, your party.
Miss Amo.
Hey, your party.
Miss Amo. Miss what the for red?
Yeah.
First yellow whistle.
Anyway, moment to us, Prof. Doc, my intio on this fight.
Hey, your party.
Fight against illegal mining. And the Waunia, Joseph Yamin. The Odia Tuja. Or say IGP. And the task force be our Shesha Mono. Or Mujumadi or Mudino. He's not happy.
Akoma FM.
He's alleging some Jiska. Bobo. Scano so dear, Utibia said all canon at Tibu. As a Mukemodu pa, is a Kenya's Kakatwa. Ya, a Modupa. To me with Makoba, Quababi, Nyabe 1 million. Tell them is Amaka, I said between the 1 million to my fee. Oh, you would true Cadabemano. Because I'm in Romania from the man, if I come out by mammy. I'm in common him. Look,
yes.
I mean,
my child listen about Kumakusa.
Okay.
Manso and Twakum.
Okay.
Makosa,
yeah, me who the message is
87.9 Kumasi.
Mamenchiano.
And Joe Debra Fedco Commodities.
Okay.
Operations manager.
Okay.
Or she said,
so
we need papa, Wabome.
Oh, what can you say so dear? Oh, come and pontin so. Baby, the over witness or more dino. And that's almost a more kind of simple. Almost witness for no almost DB Muzo. Monfan Chemi Cementiman can ye the Amfan Chemi. I will be a Musia demon. Sisters Pub. Yes, man ponting.
Okay.
Is there not a
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Say,
alcohol.
Oh, sir, people are listening.
Question I didn't Mabusa.
But I always said one day, sister, one day, my for Hawaii. My father, the doctor into my father. And a person cries him for so DJ some information sentence with you. Or there are two DJ some information center. And sisters pub. Oh, man, ponting. Yeah, demo. And the Macosano.
Oh, yeah, Akoma
FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Hey, Sir John. This ain't now. Yeah. Wow. Attack no attack. Driver. Yeah, better driver car.
Yeah, oh there be quite say yes from no to can. You see from that driver need also win this so. Only and I'm also win this so. Team 9 engine is so. Why? But talk for me too.
Yes. Ha, galam say oh. And this for this omuka bi o. They say I saw mo kwan so mutia so mo ata so nyina. Ade me kasa. Wo galam say wo kasa kra bra wo bra ye kra sa na wo defend. E dey. Wo kan say
Dispassionately.
E dey dispassionately.
Mr. Can dispassionately. No, they say I swear easy for kon.
Na I saw wo kon wo tin nyina. Ade me ya me hear the watch church.
You don't want to hear that? You don't want to hear that?
Okay,
Sir John, me what are you?
Talk now, talk now. You don't want to hear that? Professor Hans, you don't want to hear that? Prof, Doc, me too.
Yeah, omo.
Can I say me landing?
Uncle Pivin tie, Zuba sun tie.
Ade.
Chese. Omo timi defend ya de ne bi. Because say omo an eye. Omo an eye.
Omo an define it.
NDC for na eye say galamsey no.
Hey. Doc.
Ebinum na eye. So wo nya bi ntin men kasa wo ye bi.
Look, I'm here. Me answer.
Me answer say.
Because okay.
Your
hands bet me the work with Genesis because
so no nya bi ntin me kasa.
Say na see Canadian na say. What do your hands? Me batch up. Prof, please. Doctor, make your case.
Adai.
FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Adai.
In fact,
Adai.
and Yamesum that.
Say say.
Remember that for sorry.
No we are memendani. Enya memenda asam ne ka wa ha. Ye ka galamsey. Say galamsey pa ndisi for. The omodi ye na na do ne ka ye ba nim say. Om be pande galamsey. Ano mo MPP for hand over them ma omo. Ano mo ha je ade.
I'm say hand site no over.
Ah. Sure.
Exactly.
As a toilet, handed over toilet, you didn't way anyway. System no.
No, but site there, and yeah, simple as also be handed over on the side, dear man.
Hey, Naka, say,
87.9
Your
Kumasi.
what have they introduced? What has NDC introduced to stop Galamsey?
Blue water guards.
God, bay.
Blue water guards, and some of those
Galamsey.
Almost chasing a for a.
I don't know. And then Navy for
who's almost swimming.
Swimming, swimming competition.
Over the blue water guards, about what have they introduced? I am giving you one. Blue water guard.
And then effective. Sign on one of my introduce excavator mushishi. Champagne, why you didn't walk in. Would to me, a muka says excavator, but you will port to crown manema. I didn't know say.
And they me check.
Akoma
am
FM 87.9.
A 1 day. And the champagne, no, say champagne, no, and free a year outside there.
Champagne, no. I
know what to do spare parts.
I want some. Yeah. No. Mammy coming case. Mammy coming case. Doc.
I make what China was just fine.
Doc, call him. Doc, young queen.
Ha! Me say, to say a work of Muslim. Because the purpose in the same. Say aban no ya ba ya boa wo nti wo say so party for no say regional chairman for ni binum na ganam say wo mo areas no omo na age wurewuram ana eno na ma fighting na ye den at the same time to say the media ya me kan they have security for no have been compromised na do ne ko for time omo ye sa operation soldier for ni omo ya no magyaye o so jani ana police ni bi sa team no yes one guard one o gallant stop hunting stop one stop
vanguard
sika wo munye free mu no e che galamsey for nankasa
allege
enemy
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
alleged and e bi mu so yi previous na aban no sa bi no be bi mu jejai so adwuma no nyina e ko ye o business. They say lucrative. We are now near you, ma. What your Dutch and why you so? We not water garden. No, Australian and I say day.
Omo ye adwuma o say.
Omo ye adwuma. Omo kwachi obi.
Ani pereni abere o ye adwuma. Omo chesi minus from water bodies.
Ni pe ko wo no kwa ko wo.
Ni pa
nyare so wo kwa ko wo. Ni pa nyare so wo kwa ko.
Doc.
Any bread, oh, that is what we have heard allegedly saying before Bimu a year, yes, because there may kind of say in the serious mood is approach the NDC government is using to stop Galamsey, you know, is not bringing the results expect because we thought say na do aban say nyoma bebre so nasa approach omo say omo ban mining omunye we did na Mr. Amoeka no say Galamsey ekwa for ma it will affect gold board gold omo to nyina yes enya billions of one nyina it's from the Galamseyers. Intermediate, I think, sir.
Maybe I know the impact of any sanity.
Some medium
fee, say yes. A bit about say or to be a if you because at the time I know more that person about 2 months ago. Nothing and omu a rolling out.
Some rolling
system.
System.
Na make say system a bit me identify. No, say the omu turning in everywhere. That is not that's not accurate because some say they say there are other people who are doing responsible mining.
Responsible mining.
Responsible mining. Oh, they are there. Doc, are you telling me that
There be one
And because there are people doing responsible mining.
Mami Bafo.
We have firms, your companies, who are involved in responsible mining. And so that doesn't mean, say, the Sami crowd admitted, say, it can happen. Say, because it's almost been Tracy baby a free bar. It can happen so much. Galamsey for the but fact to say, because I say, you're not told you now free. Galamsey.
They say Galamsey for gold, no more fine. Galamsey for gold, no more fine. Chemi baby or modify because now you cannot sell gold without through a overfat gold board. And they say Galamsey for now, or more a chi or more you gold no mutuno or more tony. And I just want to be a Cote d'Ivoire the enemy to us. So which means that all Galamsey when they are illegal. But why are they selling those
foreigner can
for
sell
gold
to the gold board?
And I'm more baby on my tongue.
No foreigner can
so if you're able to convince me, say baby or more tongue, no. Or more baby on baton there. And yet, my assertion is that any be a young woman a gold board. But if they have no alternative, or which gold board has been an officially government, and you say, only so to go the war mining, and at this time, you know, system will be determined, say, yeah, Galamsey, no, it is 2026. So why are those Galamsey and yeah, no mutu now? No,
that question no valid.
The
question of Busani is valid. My position was that. See, I can say gold or mato nyinano ye Galamsey for gold. I don't know nyano krese ni nyina ye. Omo to be free omo. Because some say it is yes. Omuntimi interest say way free. Site way hand free but way free but nipa no ye no responsible and that's why Galamsey. But the chunk of it no omutimi who say asumesi obenti small scale miners. Ghana from small scale mine now munya gold to be free more. Obviously, on betima to be a free illegal miners because of interest. But then you the free hoba.
And the Galamsey for the Indian alcohol.
Obviously, Beco
case die. And you to me justify actually them say Galamsey for the Indian bet me alcohol because only alternative.
How many alternative?
The Galamsey they don't have any alternative to sell their goods.
Okay.
And on the makers are then I Diama NDC buying so betting me stop us adding. Because the moment you stop Galamsey, gold board and you know a back form. At the same time, the mining economy, the system that they are using is that I say Modibi, Misumbe Dibi, not Tika. And then let me tell you, the mining economy is support to most of the NDC campaign. And the approach number you know, they can't just come and collapse. What do you mean collapse Galamsey?
Akoma FM 87.
Baby, I be doing there. They can't. And a cocoa is so a price is what I have from. And the edible two Galamsey. Natika. And that is what the NDC find itself.
From Akosoro. Yes.
Kakrebi no dia tum say me hu say man for say omunya yibi. 120 Ghana cedi. 120 Ghana cedi. One ga some mama 6,000.
6,000 dollar.
Ah. Na dollar na dollar 50 na say about 10 crown na. E wo so omo 120.
Doc.
Ah.
Doc.
Yes.
Akoma FM.
I don't e make my farmers you can't defend yourself in cocoa. Yedin Galamsey so yedin.
I know say cocoa board for the statement about
na
me say mo.
Wo de nipa
ko wu
ma nipa ni abre a
ye di awre ho awie asem ko akoda
wo se be
cheche bu bia ye den ha ye che say ye di awre ho am ye wura fi
your hands tell your people cocoa board so
we want some asa kwatam de abetum say na we are paying better than
better West Africa
Cote d'Ivoire
yeah
na say ntum kama no ntum
120 amani people
cocoa kuani mabufuo mu ana arahose misi ana eje ye di arahu awie obra no ye koyanim
munye din
meti hwa ya mo ya betum se na yitiase Cote d'Ivoire 2,800 and something yes you tia 3,200 and I'm say bo mon kama no ntum so ati ase na ye hu de ye ho ha dwen I just say, Prof, ye
You have some modern light.
Is it can you ask him there?
Can you ask him there? Modern light.
Can you buy?
Why but modern light one and better moya was modern light.
And be sad.
And they prepaid in Benasa.
Me ba prof doc. Discussion. In your discussion.
Why not just obey Bahama? Prepaid in Biansa modern light.
Dog in your discussion.
Ain't Galam said dear. NDC for Omuntimi defend it. Omo de be come ho sa. We are talking about how you are stopping Galamsey and then yes, I'm not even defending no. Because your people are who you be? Who you be?
Me.
Who you be?
Me chairman.
Akoma FM.
I don't budget for nothing ko ye. I ko ye chemicals. Mathematician.
Me chairman.
Okay.
Eddie Sir John.
Yeah.
NDC for nye di.
Fimodi.
Yamin I can omuntie. Because me Yamin from accuse ni say. Wono no kra no go do no we bi anka yoko. Minim so my friend say yoko wombra. Minim omon friend no. Na omon hwe concentrate e wo Galamsey. No munya say omo ye yi no. E chichatawale no.
And the mudiche. And the send you bia na ye. And the so we ukodi boni a. Ukodi boni dia o se mara no di.
No mo chi Galamsey ye phone.
E krum hanu ana ase ya na.
Omo chi wo.
Agro ye ni so na.
Omo chi wo.
FBI abrofo ne Ghana for yuku for ye adwuma ne afrewa we ni ntokwa ne say me da say thank you ayi say forces so hwe omusu tie ye tepa Malcolm omu nyina tie ye anopenti forcing good morning mo ye adwuma wo tepa Malcolm nyina unfortunately me fa ho ache da bia me fa ho bia no me wura ho me wura ha be chia mai nanka na bebe mawura bebre Prof
FM
87 last round every
Kumasi.
issues are the third one here yidi Raf ne Ridge Hospital issue is here ka say nurse ni no say was you Raf say wabo answer what nsake kama ntino opiska ska boom nti that is that but Prof I mean you take on this very matter because I be issue Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association the omano tumubi Ghana Medical Association for the omano tumubi there are other associations within the health sector omunyina no ayebie na no na
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
I was saying kana kabra minta kando because health ministry ni anda ono nti was at least na nkro protect ni nkro for than say the actions ni bi kire say wono no ya against the health professionals no anyhow omo conduct your mo why have video ni bi reactions abanyina no o ya aware mami ntiu
Sir John,
Professor Johannes Arthur
in the first place, I think this is my personal view.
personal
Raf, as a public
Akoma
figure
FM
in me,
87.9
to
Kumasi.
me did not behave well.
one conducting who
One
you
conducting who here.
okay
Now, one thing about this country, they say, some kofo odiya. Ya baby ombe kubiya no. Some they should give them some preferential treatment.
Sani anango for peno
That is how Ghana. In fact, this is what I've seen.
what we call protocol no ana no
In fact,
protocol
you see, protocol. Me, I'm a beneficiary of protocol in life. I'm not against protocol.
okay
In a way, I'm not against it. Because my benefit in my educational life, a protocol that maybe do baby I'm in a yes, I'm in Nimwadi. But BBC,
obi o timi rise ya ba
what am I saying?
e be kire mate
Me ba KNUST. Me chief electrical engineer, chemical engineer, mathematics, and computer science. These are the four choices.
yeah
And electrical and chemical, one for me. At the point, no mathematics and so, me choosing the third choice, so I'm going to for me. It was a Professor Boajime Yana Mami protocol. Okay,
87.9 Kumasi.
And the protocol, me, I don't think it's a bad thing. But you see, my mention say, one, Ralph at a point, so because of baby, your social activism, could do no. Say, and yes, a case be unnecessary case be now person will make it. And I say, what bad rich hospital? Now we say, who throw big cry behind the scene, but me actual. What am I gonna say? Like, say, my school clinic. Me a professor of the university. My school clinic. Me kono. Student wo ho. Moji ayarhe. Then because of say me a professor ntino. Gidi. Munja student ni na mo nhwe me. I mean, what kind of life is that? I think say the way there might be something that may warrant say we need that agent treatment, but the way of far no wasn't right. Yeah. To be honest with you, and you see, maybe you're a nurse and so and in a way I am more aligned to them. Share my wellness in ya. Don't give me news and nurse for market yanye. To be honest with you, I'm a bread. Look, Sir John, let me try it. Maybe you a year Jumawo, one of the hospitals, Kumasi.
Okay.
One evening, Obafi was barely crying. Adanya. Hospital theater mu ye abotna opie wo theater ho. Snake. Otwa picture kire me. Big snake. And na san you move that condition we na mu ye adwuma wom aban sometimes omo I mean you know the nurse na nkasa na ote ho na oye adwuma now one wa bana sabi looking at the condition omo ye adwuma wom ne nyama ni na echi no na wo de ho betete ho agu omo so and all those things sometimes the next point is that yes it can be true sometimes you get to the what do you call it hospital the way some nurses behave tells you say I say there was nothing at stake my core clinic da and as my core hospital be da and no kofa say at a point on minor agreement some people choose some profession not because they love to do the work but it's because they know that this is where I'm here many we are me school me it's the love for the work by itself is not there but the love for survival is what is pushing people to do that me kan say no ade ba ko a papa ya unne kaza is it a PRO for the
general secretary
for
Ghana registered
yes.
Yeah.
Look o kasem bi a in a way etache me kakra say akola 8 months
87.9
yentua ne ka
ono so nya akona gama na akobon
na sasem we atono if that is true I'll call on my government immediately to do something about this.
Oh, it is now, true. Before this incident, I mean, sir, omo group, omo yeah, I'm sorry, 2020 batch or something.
Winning.
I mean, omo yeah, omo dinkum. 8 months.
The government of Ghana, in fact, the NDC government should be mindful of Controller and Accountant General. Controller and Accountant General's department. The NDC government should restructure that organization. Now, Sir John, se si aminu kase, se woko controller, recently there was some social media EBA. In fact, controller is more or less frustrating public institutions. Nkɔfo bɛ yɛ adwuma ɛndɛ ɔmo salary aba ɛkyina ɔmo salary amba ɛndɛ ɔmo salary aba ɛkyina obi gya
we dey say clearance financial clearance
meba aso wa yɛ adwuma 8 months o nyɛ sɛ financial clearance number
ɔmo dey ɔmo saa na tie ɔmo say ɔmo ntwɛn na clearance mai ministry ni
say clearance mai yɛ adwuma
ministry ni say wɔn clear ghost names. I spoke to one of them.
No. You see, wait. See, there's one thing. Clearance my kwada wo de won kwa adwuma mo nkwa adwuma o. Unless of course you are voluntary. Also why adwuma 8 months in Chianika. But the point is that if it is voluntary, then it is voluntary. But the make sure say controller na make no. Say John, yes adwuma we so. Because controller and accountant general is frustrating public sector workers.
Okay. In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes, what my man can say? If Ministry of Finance should restructure control and accountant general, make sure that the district regional controller ni nyoma yina a year because as nyoma bi ho esa wo ye e district esa wo kwa akra unfortunately yatete usika kra na wo ye union yate usika a esi etua ma ho no at a point you need to go and pay.
Oh yeah, victim man.
Oh my friend. The point is that what is going on in controller is not good.
Passion in what?
I am a union leader.
Okay.
And I know what I'm talking about. What is going on in controller is not good. As I speak with you, even in my university, some UTAG members have their salaries not paid. And they are crying, they say China, and they China. Just in some, I mean, what is it?
Until we,
please,
1 minute.
Mami Chiradi. Sir, Ralph in some way. Me Gidi say the NDC government should take a decisive step on this matter. In fact, the Ghana Police Service should have invited this gentleman. But this time he should have invited. You cannot beat somebody's daughter and go scot-free. If it is my daughter, I will not be happy. And we are also telling the what do you call it? The union leader, Ghana Registered Neighbors Association, my brothers and sisters, please. You are my wife and my in-laws. Please. Leadership no. Munya botre. Muntie break akada strike na de. Some of the baby says ya masa wuni anasa wusi bia no so obeyare bukako nya se professor but nya rafu di na de wan ya de ni wan
de me da se
but mo so no strike no mo twentwa ka me fam show
me da se pi
ye nhwe asamba ya munya botre ye kan ofi
yes me minti
o hwe ni aye kan ya say the abranti ko ye ya ni nyina is boils the fact say say ye educate ye any aye ho about health issues are all so Ra hospital be is extremely important and your doctor is important because cleaner so I'm going to clean who doctor need to be they are becoming a very very pronounced when it comes to importance so could do hospital as I said one now what the respect be my ubia so na zoko hospital so wontimi nkongo duru na wo nia wo pe se nyema na obetima because say no mo kan so mo bi on friend triage obia case any serious treaty no even zoko emergency cat emergency hospital kra uduru abon say your colors your red your yellow and your green we wa e ho hono it is a yare no a critical pa and you do red zone obi dey ho na a manageable kakra na do abayelo and it me dey obi call red e kira no ho to na na abayelo na fi need no call ordinary so unim na so dey oba as red nko na pa unim na awe all these things are important yes say obi a oye okọ hospital bia na timi hu me am a typical example me ka say my officers and my ladies no back. Me was na yam na your man so to come to hospital. You could do hospital ha. You could do her now, Kokanya. Say, we see, man, no, I say, menstrual cramp. This is my baby crying, but me and you answer. Because menstrual cramp, that's a big, great castle there. Oh, the avenue was a mamma, they train. Now, if you in my arrow. So, but Senaka, yes, something that be on heart in a year. Maybe I can do all, maybe I didn't sound on the aqua. What I sent so could do hospital. And yet, the first walk I could do on the beer. On Sabin and who to now pumping our bone, as I see a job be an education. A set this animal, I say, be one I knew. Do we need to educate our people? But sometimes they are not the homeson say. Obi a within the patient they cause to be an obio because we are. Or value the panso are more important than any other person there. Because we're not related to the person.
Yeah.
And here, I know some kind of a year we need to educate people. So, if they are trash, if we are coming in trash, it's only when you zoo. And to what the car was the set doctor and Shannon Ramua. We are a different thing. Tinin Nadia near Messi educating Grofoma or Motias. Now, to the point that oh, now BBC see, almost say emotional day because you are emotionally attached to the patient. Now, you don't say a cocky can. Hospital staff there are dangerous. Then the government is what. Besides that, you know, so a lot of hospitals there, almost security network near very porous, rather, very porous. Women need CT cameras or and now security for hospitals just a retirees. And the BBC are on ground in my home. And now, and Obia who say there's even presence of security staff around. That must also because we need to nip that in the bud. Yomukwe on the security police near now so be or share security a year ujinawa who say hey I have me by them maybe I didn't see you now we have a transia can once more. It's not helping us. That we need to nip a lot of things in the bud before it happens. Me can't say who could do a bomb traffic light. Ubedru na police for no omu beyond the light traffic light o cross one acho say aso ya for kan ye ho no mbegina go mbegina be a traffic light no do ntimi cross kra ansa na ya kwa kwacho. These are some of the things they see timi no my msisi ha ya mad ye ni nsi ansa na ya kwa e ho adwuma ji se en say
Knock. Finally with you na
87.9 Kumasi.
Your hands in a yard dream pass. It be decent because you say you're rough. You demonstration now you're the open as a baby room rasso, walk hospital. So we say choose who have no choke. Yeah, shall because we are rough. It's a Munubanon. It's a Munubanon.
It's also sober.
No more who in the Pacha. You see, sometimes you know what's that? A big dream question. Then yes, how rowdy behavior na. I my sister would dentino. What's that over hospital?
87.9 Kumasi.
Over hospital no. I would be a case I better say some necessary negligence be intino we. Inti miso me be ya na kokon bra konfa no chene no you know na koye saade no. Utimi koye we or private hospital. Ebidi is a hunu and we have to tell them. Say because we are why activists we are known na ye say ye hwe o betimi abo pane ama wada ho wo hwe ade a wapiri ho e die nsem hunu na na omudi ni sa no unim na sini bia abodam da obe wo pane bia ma ni nam body no wo beti ya pa mo ti say de ode ko ye no
abetenesi bia modam
de bi say wo kwaja say santi nurse ni ana ne conscience say wo de no no dia face you
you be how rowdy
rowdy and also dia face you no wo pane na wo body ni
also dey sia
o betra say no akrokro wa no wo dia first system
no be off duty from say me ade kana ma
ai
obi be ka share sa kware pa kana mo ko be chimare ene nke be tia yam so pa obi ho sa
you know until sometimes you know I believe say we have to be very careful. She said the Prof Yans kind, you know, was say ye book obi adwuma wo ye. or can't the same thing say sometimes you know say ana nurses adwuma bia ye wo nanso fo bi so adwuma bia
there are plenty
me menya experience say wo be ko na bia omu so omo no because omo ye involved na adwuma nti no di omo hu enuama no enye saa na ya na ezu ehu no but also mutimi adopt your approach to also console and I say omo empathize yen the way esi ehu no because your profession and he say me hu ade na me hu say so serious a hu ni saa no ye bibi ma me hu say at least me so makoma beto me yem ebi ti say ebi enya dwuma ni ye kura
yeah
ubekọ no obi yemu aye kana woda womri no oh not in the baby no odwe ne ho and that does not give you the right to go and say ko assault obi
behave
enti ma me na wo ye wonyi ni pay free no ho 7 million kure so
7 million Ghana
wo ko nyi be 15 and 20 e beti so ba 7
so we dey court na be determine
too much
Ralph so wa mu no
wa mu no e den wo pray wa mu na se court de be kire wa mu na be generate report say e bo obi
hospital medical
so o be kwa prove ono so fa ni prove nko
medical ya dey report ko
o ma na be kire o ni wa bu obi so mu no
anyway
I think say to say the Prof Jans kind na yenye careful ye ko ba bia to say the obi anim say ye niminti no e wo say ye hwe me na ye gyae no eno de yenya abotre na
ma me fa course kakra
ye mu obi adwuma
I fa course kakra obi say after the drama he went to another hospital to receive care because he thought they could not attend to him well. I so free on osa kwese mo hwe me because yes the doctor can hear 0322498035 0243114497. Good morning.
Good morning, the only say.
Yes, Kojenji.
Mamonia Jima. I'm going my boy Jima for Yamishamo. Say, Galam Sena, some no say, I can't want to say. It's the NDC for the Galam say no, you say to me, can and no credit. Because Galam say no, we have to decide to NDC for the Galam say no. And so, Muba. Can watch him be member still so I Ralph for the two for 1 year. I don't hear next no one that's been what's in the court.
Good morning. Okay, or they are also. Watch wait my bad. Yes, good morning. Hello?
Good morning, Sir John.
Yes, sir.
Me am a part of hot time.
Me hoye pa minua.
On 7 wonder.
Yes, Steve.
What do you want to Akoma district?
Mami minua.
Me tell Panam members in the Senate, regional minister, Michelle Bia. The question His Excellency John the man, Mamma. Wow, what so a Kutia Galanseno. I say, you need na fire pardon, near on the eternity. Because, Sir John, wow, you say, Kakakoy, Yaman and Kafamu. But I say, you're finding answer near Yisakakono. Said the young says, young says, His Excellency John the man, Mamma, say, Kako corner the but to back. Wow, only lance. Over Coco to Kako corner. No, why then? No, why I cut no, why I the union are there good to say that come and say 4 years, no, the dear, I come. Some the says so, Bonawum. Daddy, you have supporting. Now, they say, are you rich hospital, maybe? And I have a man, boy, they say,
the Manyamia, and I receive hello.
Hello, Sir Joe. Good morning.
Good morning.
We didn't do Mammy Kazepli
Boahenkwa. Oh, sir. I see you there. No, I see a boy.
Me no want to
and I see you there.
Boahenkwa, our Bonnie, a proper. Me no want to go. I don't go to party. Me, I just like a media point to get the barber. Buy a pine yet. So, maybe me, I'm and a penny among us to have a me blue. Buy a pine yet.
Meba kwanos. Why?
Not the wood, Mamma. My rich hospital, I'm going to be better. Can be better. Yeah, me better. I can say, any pan wire and 10 half minutes of maintenance. I said, hospital, now move it to me actually. And in the name of Moka, this is a woman. May I ask, and if it's a me, they see, me was buying one of my beds at my hospital, a baby bonnet, and other my back.
Offensive hospital, I could send this membership card. And this is no health minister and a puppet to me, and I don't be my police, a puppet to me. Sir John, it is so almost 2 years now, the policies
Medasi, thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, Sergeant, good morning.
Good morning.
Uncle Christine.
Uncle.
Sir John, doctor now, what friend and all car radius coming. So a doctor pan, but no way to attend the days and we are doctor. Obianye DB, and no beginner, I won't question something as a vocal radio, and you're fine. So, and to thank all those also no boise. But to me, I say, by not the day and I cry, and I no pencil, who play back and on the side here, and a minister and some men case. Minister, and I'm saying, coach in a channel. Oh, I can't. And a boy and after KB Avenue. So, Casaneanka, Aquano, Chiamica Minciano. So, after the also source joy and also what activity, and I was a source. My year, and Aquana last. Buye no so be didi wa sem no so akwa no on hwe
Uncle Nina me da say Uncle Kwesi ma me fa last call this will be my last call na sorry. Good morning.
Oh, Mr. Joe.
Hey. Sorry bay.
Anypa you modia.
Debi. Sorry bay. Hey.
Mr. Joe, it a long time. Mr. Joe, mama muni adwuma wo bodwuma. Na mentia lawyer Iban Samankwa. So John, I'm afraid the topic here I'm is a fire galam says and some million. So John, and the galam say the bear party between me at Yasia. Yet the campaign, yeah. Buy a still a galam say the cost of man. Your best say, so John, so the penny for Kai, as this old child catch a matatoria now in India. In the essay and quiet say you soon say and fast. Now the hearing in Simaba won't be this. Nanko boy, one year blue, and no Pia would be a mile. It's in India, the between Sagalam saying, go to the Fras as than see a best thing you are very acquired. So don't you yet power attractive in the Adeno. And when they come to me anyway, your best young fear Nancy from Central for Momoa, as of Momoa, Nana demoting to Marta near this Modamunabi from Nagalam, see us for me.
Medasi, sorry, thank you very much. Now, young baby, na yanko. What the young baby in you, yeah, and Mama Esther. Mama Esther is a member of the Church of Pentecost, Miracle Temple, Ahinsign Estate. Nyamisha Pioneer birthday. Happy birthday to you. From Elder and Chibo Siako, our Mama Esther. We are a member of the Church of Pentecost, Miracle Temple. And your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And also, yeah, I'm offer. Yeah, security. And then the birthday. Mudru besides mine. And then besides my birthday. Nti Prof, yeah, any sorry. Na most what the way be sending me. I go in a prof what the mouth. And they say me aha. Prof is a digital Digimac. In fact, Info Day. Digimac. Share for microphone. Sorry.
Sir John. Yamin Chadie. Last year, 87.9
Kumasi.
Cape Coast Tenka University. Any Bogatanga Tenka University. We need European Commission grants. They establish digital marketing laboratories in all the 3 universities.
Okay.
Now, as part of the project, some of the we need to sensitize the university and the general public about the project.
Okay.
The project, the title is towards digital marketing in technical and vocational education and training in Ghana.
Okay.
Now, next year, who's a TVET no? TVET. The good news is TVET no. We yin na entrepreneurship. We young son with money na entrepreneurship now we young woman. It's a market it.
Okay.
Now the best way to get it marketed is through the digital means.
Okay. And mobile home ayi da.
Your friend say
me marketer, professional marketer.
Sir John, Mombra koba.
Yeah,
Momba yentumi emboa the general public.
Mate.
I can appear in University new auditorium.
That's it.
10 a.m.
Professor Hans Medasi.
Me pa mo cho. Mu nyina mo mbra na mo beboa.
Medasi pi. Ye de besi ha na. Obi ni na akohene ababeto ase bibi nsroma. Ono an produce show. Nyame
Akoma FM 87.9 Kumasi.